The victim is expected to survive. Sheriff deputies tell me he was shot in the chest and stomach and has undergone surgery. The only thing left standing tonight, a single wall, remnants of a 1922 manor, no longer with us. Well, I spoke to a local farmer today who's crossing his fingers that Congress passes an immigration bill by the end of the month for his workers and his business. At the scene here at I and Annandale is still very active. You can see behind me, detectives arrived here just about 5 minutes to further investigate the scene here. Snow equals foot traffic for local businesses here in Shaver Lake. Many very excited about the first snowstorm of the season. Well, Stephanie, I want to first start by showing you this thermometer that I've put inside of this fireworks stand for the last 20 minutes, and you can see that it is very close to the 100-degree mark. There are 700 family farms on the west side, and many of them holding onto their businesses by a thread. Water and electricity doesn't mix. Alexander has to make sure all of his outlets are elevated and doesn't touch large puddles of water, or else a circuit will break and Alexander will have to check every single outlet to see where the wet spot is and dry it out. You can see that the down tree here now cut up into small little pieces. The apartment's maintenance manager says that this tree was uprooted and lifted from the ground. Ken and Lindsay, according to AAA, Americans will purchase more than 400 million gallons of gas. Plastic bags like this one are a thing of the past. Now grocery stores will only offer recyclable paper bags. It's being called a miracle that no one was injured and all 3 passengers escaped this plane crash unscathed. On Tuesday, voters said yes, let's spend $7.5 billion on water-related programs. That's a whole lot of money. So the question is, where is it all going to go?
Connie, how's the turnout out there?
Well, Evan, the Fresno County Elections Office says the crowd has been steady all day. Remarkable witness video captures the moment a 25-year veteran with Fresno City Fire falls through the roof of a burning garage. Onlookers scream.
I was scared. It was scary. There was people screaming. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do.
Ashley Ehrlich, like many, turned to cameras and phones while firefighters rushed to pull one of their comrades out. Investigators say he was in the burning garage for close to 3 minutes.
Once they extracted the firefighter out of the garage, they removed his clothes, doused him with water, and as they took his uniform off, he was burned from head to toe.
Fresno Fire Chief Kerry Donis says the firefighter suffered 3rd-degree burns to 40% of his body. His hands, face, back, legs, all injured. Battalion Chief Todd Tuggle says it's been a while since someone in the department has been hurt to this extent.
This is a significant event to us. This is a significant emotional impact to our members that were part of the rescue, were part of the incident, were part of this firefighter's personal life.
The cause of the fire is under investigation. Tuggle says the house was occupied at the time of the fire. It was a board and care facility with multiple people living there. Firefighters immediately followed their brother to the hospital.
We are a family, brothers and sisters, and as you can see here, we rally around each other and are very supportive.
Hoping for the best and praying for a swift recovery. He's being described as a hero. Police say Peter Thanos, a homeless man who lives in Seaside, helped them find accused murderer Dave McCann after McCann had been on the run for 5 days.
This is the right thing to do.
Thanos' good deed did not go unrewarded. On Wednesday, he got a brand new bike valued at around $500, a thank you gift personally purchased by Clovis police detectives. But there was one person across the country who wanted to say thanks the most.
Peter. Pete, what'd you do, lose my number?
Peter's older brother, George Thanos, reached out to me on Thursday morning and said he saw my report in Florida and he wanted my help to reunite him with his homeless brother. We got George on Skype and Peter on the phone.
Oh, I've been looking for you for quite a while.
The brothers haven't spoken in years.
But I'm pretty proud of you, man. You know, you're on the news all the way in Florida. You're doing a good thing, Pete. That's awesome. I miss you a lot.
George says he's not surprised his little brother would steer police in the right direction.
The people of Clovis, I'm glad that you helped them find their person of interest, but you're my person of interest, and I found you.
George says his brother faced hard times.
Family is essential. You hear it all the time, and you take it for granted.
George plans on visiting California in 2 weeks to see his brother in person.
I appreciate you doing the story, Connie. It's absolutely remarkable, and it will help him, and hopefully it'll help a lot of other people. Certainly help me.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
We remember exactly where we were. We remember exactly what we were doing.
I was actually already in the military. I was on my first tour. I was stationed over in Japan.
8:46 a.m. and 30 seconds. American Airlines Flight 11 crashes into the North Tower of the World Trade Center.
And I was actually working that night when the first tower hit. It was definitely a shock.
It's the events from 14 years ago that drives U.S. Navy Chief Select Jonathan Plum to work harder, not just for himself, but for those who were killed.
It put true allegiance in my heart to my flag and my country, and what I'm willing to do and give for it.
Benville! Whoa!
Today, Plum and all of his colleagues at the Naval Air Station Lemoore reflect on the tragedy that took close to 3,000 lives.
As we remember the past, we ask that you would help us to live for the future.
This year's ceremony was unique for NAS Lemoore Fire Chief Derek Dyson. He received the flag in honor of fallen firefighters who helped respond in the moments after the attacks, men and women he calls brothers and sisters.
It symbolized freedom. As I served in the military, 5-year Navy, and you know, they have a respect, and the flag means the utmost to our country and the freedom of the world.
A day to remember those lost and those who continue to fight.
Home of the brave.